Hi, I'm Nikki Woods from Mama's Gone Wild, and my co-host Mary Boyce is hanging in the winds, but I get to handle this one. It's about happy wives and a club that is a book and a blog started by Mrs. Fawn Weaver. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Nikki?
I am good. So tell me about the Happy Wives Club. I mean, it started out as one thing, but it has morphed into something a lot different. Tell me about it.
Let me tell you, it started off so basic. I had a bad day. I was a general manager of a hotel. I found out that one of my employees had been doing something inappropriate and lied to me. And so I called my husband because he's always my go-to for anything, like pretty much anything. And I said, I need you to come. We've got to go on a frozen yogurt date. I need to just release before I go back into the office. And when we went to our frozen yogurt date, while we're walking along the commons, I start seeing all these different things. At the time, Desperate Housewives was the #1 show. Then you have The Real Housewives, and then we're passing by a local bookstore. And literally, one of the books in the front was all about the demise of marriage. And I turned to him and for some odd reason just began to rant. In the middle of this sort of commons in Calabasas, said, why are there no wives like me? Why are there no husbands like you on television, in the media? Why is everything so negative, and why do wives all look like caricatures? And so I think my frustration was really with The Office, but it just kind of became this thing. And so while we're walking, I said, honey, I'm going to start a club for women like me, and I'm going to call it, and I just kind of paused to think of something, the Happy Wives Club. And to see his laughter and to know my husband, and he's a very honest person, my feelings were a little hurt for a second. It was like, what?
Oh, I thought he was laughing because he was happy that his wife was happy.
Right. Oh, but he looked at it and said, that is the corniest name I've ever heard. And so we kept walking and we laughed about how corny the name was because, quite frankly, it is. And so we kept walking and I said, well, are you opposed to me starting it? And he says, with what time? You're already working like 12, 14 hours a day, which was true. But he says, if you want to do it, I'm not opposed to it. So I went home and literally flipped open my laptop, wrote a mission statement, wrote what we were about, sent the link out to 5 girlfriends who all lived within 20 miles, and said, send this, email this to every happily married woman you know. And within 4 weeks, we were in 20 countries. And it just kind of went from there.
So what is the mission statement? Because I guess I'm not a wife. I mean, I'm happy, but I'm not a wife. So, yeah. So can single women join? Women that are, wanting to learn about how to be a happy wife and have a happy husband. Who is this for, besides the happy wives?
It really is for the happy wives. And the reason is because you can go online and you can type in husband having an affair, or you can type in I want a divorce, or you can type in my marriage is horrible. You're going to get a gazillion hits back to you. But when I was searching for something that was just for women like me, who really enjoyed being married, whose husbands were great, and who were not what we see on television, there was nothing. There was absolutely nothing. So that's what it was created for. But I have to tell you, single women have found so much hope in this. I was doing an interview with a host over at Good Day Atlanta. And when I went in, she says, I got to tell you, I'm one of those women who said, I would not get married. I don't need a man. I'm a career woman. I don't have time to change who I am. And she says, I read your book and it is changing that. And I thought, that's what it's about. And I've had that come from, I get so many emails from single women about that very thing that say, I read your book and realized I didn't have to change who I am or to dial back my strength or my independence in order to have a great marriage.
But now, Fawn, I mean, because and I'm sure that you are very happy. I mean, I don't want to put a negative spin on this at all, but there is some reality to marriage and to relationships. And, like I said, I don't want this to be a negative thing, but there is some realism that goes along with, the ups and the downs that are just part of life, therefore a part of relationships. So how do you convey that, I guess, in your Happy Wives spin so that people can accept the bumps and the ups and downs and still keep on with their marriage?
It's the same as in life. You started off by saying you're happy. You're not married, but you're happy. So there's no difference between the bumps and the lines and the curves that you go through in your road of life and that those in marriage do. We look at it and we start talking about how hard marriage is and marriages work. And I think because we say things like that, it sort of dictates how we see it. So when you talk about reality, for me, reality is I was happy single, very happy single. It's one of the things that my husband was attracted to. Is I had no problem going in a restaurant and saying, dinner for one, no problem. And now I am happily married, and that is my reality. Now, do we have bumps and bruises and twists and turns? Absolutely, but it depends on how you look at it. So for instance, I fly a lot. I'm in planes constantly. And I was going into Nashville not too long ago, and I was on one of these planes, I'm sure you've been on it, where the plane was literally dropping like hundreds of feet every second, right? And everyone is going, oh, oh. I mean, like, this is every few seconds, everyone is freaking out. I look at the flight attendants, and they're just moseying along down the aisleway as if it didn't feel like this plane was about to go down. It's not the situations that are the problem. It's how we respond to them. And it's no different in marriage than it is in your single life. If you handle it well in your single life, you'll handle it well in your married life.
I didn't say I handled it. No, I'm joking. I handled it well. So what is your advice then, to women on how to either better their relationship or stick it out? Because I know, a lot of women, and I don't want this to be some long drawn out thing, but it's like I look at my mother and women in their generation, and I always thought my mother and my father just never had any issues. And one day I was looking at her and she's like, girl, I almost divorce your daddy every single day. And I'm like, yes. So how do you have the strength to stick through it? It seems like because we're so quote unquote independent, a lot of women in my generation, we're ready to go. Because we don't have time for all that. We don't have time for drama and nonsense, and we don't stick things out. And so what advice do you give in that regards?
Yeah, well, there's a couple things. One, I call my marriage, this is not my mother's marriage. Now, my mom had a great marriage, but just this generation, this is a different generation. Mm-hmm. We're working, we're strong, we're powerful. We cannot treat this like the previous generation, or we're going to get the same results. And you did have a lot of marriages that were staying together for the sake of the kids. And I look at this and say, stay together for the sake of two kids who fell in love, you and your spouse. And so when you're talking about walking away, what I say is a couple of things. One, divorce rate in your second time around, 67%. Your third time around, 73%. A part of that is because people get divorced and then realize that their closest friend is the one they just left behind. This is a person who has helped you through the years. Yes, you will have your challenges. Yes, you're very different. My goodness, you were raised in two different households. Don't try to pretend you were the same. If you look at two children, a boy and a girl at the age of 6, the little boy is running around in circles, bumping into walls, playing with Tonka trucks. The little girl is nurturing dolls and doing hair and feeding them. And all. We are different. So don't get to the age of 40 and pretend we're the same. And so just respect.
They're still running around bumping into walls.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Are you kidding me? So we are very different. And accepting and appreciating those differences and realizing that rather than trying to look for the perfect love, which by the way is a complete mirage, rather than looking for the perfect lover, try to create the perfect love within your own marriage. And you're already there. You already have someone who has said, I will be with you till death do us part. Men do not go into that for the sake of a wedding. They don't.
No,
Some women do. They don't for the sake of a ring or for the sake of show and tell. When they say till death do us part, you better believe they mean it. And so if you have a man who has done that, to me, as long as there is not abuse, infidelity, all the rest of that nonsense, if you have a good man and you chose from 7 billion people in this world, that one person, there is a reason. And what is that reason? Go back to that place and then work your way back and make it work.
How can people get your book and find your blog?
The book is everywhere. You can get it. Literally, you'll be hard pressed to go into a bookstore. If you go into Barnes and Nobles, it's in the front of almost all Barnes and Nobles, Target, Walmart,
Awesome.
Sam's Club. online, Amazon, Barnes, Bam, Books A Million. You can go anywhere and get the book. It's Happy Wives Club, and it's now a New York Times bestseller.
Congratulations.
Excited. And you can go find me online at Happy Wives Club, WIVES.com.
Very good. We thank you. We appreciate you, Fawn Weaver, Happy Wives Club, and I will pick up the book. I will pick up a copy of the book. I appreciate
and tell me what you think. Tell me if it has changed a little bit.
No, I will definitely. I would love to provide feedback. I love good authors and good books and good information, so I appreciate it.
Thank you, Nikki.
All right. It's Fawn Weaver. I am Nikki Woods. Mama's Gone Wild. I feel lonesome without my other half. So we appreciate you for joining us as well, and we will be back with another edition of Mama's Gone Wild. Mary says stay wild. Thank you, Fawn.
Thank you, Nikki.